What's up, everyone? Belligerent here with another Bloodline video. First of all, let me say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody. It's that time of the season. And might it be the time to make a return to Bloodline? Now, for me, it's been a while. It's been a minute. My last interaction with Bloodline was in April of 2023. That's 8 months ago. My last video I put out on Bloodline was April 16th, and it was on the Choir, the undead tank clan. That was the last time that I did anything with Bloodline, other than pop in to say, to maybe look around, but I have not actually played the game since. But now might be a good time, and if you haven't played in a while, it might be a good time for you to return as well. Let me show you a couple of things that I saw when I came in today. Okay, they have some. So we're gonna go through some of what I think the good changes that they have made are. Now, whether or not these are enough to encourage you to come back, that's gonna be a decision up to you. But stay tuned until the end, because there's a big reason outside of the gameplay that I think makes it the right time for you to come back and give Bloodline another try, even if it's just to have a few days of fun and summons and whatever. So let me show you this. This is something I actually didn't see any advertising about. I just happened to poke my nose into the game today. I was a little frustrated with the games that I had been playing, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to pull open an old game and just poke around, see what's going on. And I discovered something. But first, let's talk about some of the new things that I have discovered in the game that I think are improvements to the game. We're going to keep this positive. We all know Bloodline is a very microtransaction heavy game. I'm not going to get into all of that, okay? But let's talk about some of the problems we had and how they addressed them. One of the problems was you make your champions and you put vigor on them, and then, especially for new players, they don't know what they don't know. And so like vigor was stuck, or you had to destroy a champion. If you followed me, you saw my video about me destroying my female Devala and putting the vigor onto my Bloodcraft champion. Okay, well, that is a thing of the past now, okay? Because now you can do vigor transfusion. So I can come here, I can take this person who has 3 vigor, and I can pick somebody who doesn't have any vigor and put them here and get the 3 vigor. It costs these crystals, 10 crystals, to move 3 vigor. This gets higher and higher with how much vigor you're moving. I'm not exactly sure how to get these. The only place I've seen them was in the Guild Conquest store, and you can only buy 20 of them at a time. I hope that's not the only way, because 20 at a time is not enough, especially if you're trying to move around high vigor. 20 at a time every day or 20 at a time once a week, not enough. But they have addressed the vigor problem, okay? And it keeps you from destroying a champion. I don't know. I have not experimented with whether you can move vigor. I'm assuming you can move vigor the old way and still destroy a champion. Other things that they have done. Probably my favorite change is a very small thing, but with as many videos as I made about marriage and as many marriages as I had to do, and when it comes to customizing your traits, the biggest annoying thing was trying to find the right trait, because most of them had duplicates. It's been changed. They've fixed the images. Energetic now looks different than healthy, right? Small bottle, big bottle. Brutal now looks different than athletic. 2 swords, 1 sword. Confident now looks different than noble. Honorable now looks different than loyal, and fierce now looks different than scrappy. This is probably by far the best change they made, in my opinion. Coming in at a close second is this quality of life feature. Now, as you know, especially when you're talking about the challenges they had, the air challenges and all of that stuff, you end up with just this obnoxiously long, like, look at this, and I'm not going to go all the way down because then I got to go all the way back up. But you end up with this obnoxiously long champion collection. Well, now there's this little switch here. This is normal view. If we hit it, it moves to stacked view. What does stacked view do? It puts all of the same champions together. So now I click on her, I can see all 8 of her. Plain and simple. And now when you look through this list, oops, and don't click the wrong thing, there are no duplicates on this list. So all you got to do is find the champion you want. That is a phenomenal, phenomenal update or addition. Okay. Something else new that they added, again, depending on, obviously, if you're still playing and you already know this stuff, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people that might have left around the same time I did. They now have these things called sprites. Sprites are essentially, best I can tell, little pets. They just add stats to your entire team. Okay. I'm guessing that they add these stats to your entire team, but plus they also get some powers. Okay, like this one, when attacking, if an enemy target has more than 50% constitution, the caster's damage dealt is increased by 5%, and that scales up as you level up the pet. You can ascend them, level them up, train them, all kinds of stuff. They learn these different blessings. Okay. They call them affixes. So you can kind of customize it to whatever you're running and what works best. And there's several to choose from. It looks like they keep adding more. Okay. Is there a certain element of pay to win in that? Sure. But it's another aspect and another way to customize your team, which I am all for. Everybody knows, like, that's my favorite part of the game is the theory crafting and finding out the different combinations that can work well together, and those sprites just add another aspect to that. Okay. There is the boat thing that isn't really showing up right now. I don't think, like, when I click on this just takes me to Guild Conquest. I don't know exactly what happened to the boat thing or where the boat thing is or what's going on. At least I don't think they just added a different way to, because, like, here's Guild Conquest 2. Takes you to the same thing, but I think there's a boat mode unless they got rid of it. So yeah. There is that it? Oh, another thing is the companion summons. Remember these things? Okay. Well, if you were like me, not on this specific account that I'm looking at, but if you were like me and you had bought out all of these and you had, like, I had like almost 1,200 of these companion gift boxes saved up. You know, you get one of these every time you summon a companion. Okay. Because there was nothing else I could spend them all. Well, they reset that apparently, so you can go spend them all now. Okay. So they have added some good quality of life stuff. They have added some new game mode stuff. It's at least, at least worth a look. Now, let me show you the big thing that I stumbled upon. Is this event right here. There's 7 days left of it. Okay. It says 6 days, 23 hours. All right. This is a new server event. So this is what I'm talking about. This new server event. Okay. specifically this top-up rebate. All right. So what they're trying to do apparently is encourage people to populate a new server, to create an account on a new server. Okay. If you have followed me in my videos for any amount of time and any amount of videos, you know I have started accounts on a ridiculous amount of different servers. Okay. And then when they did the server mergers, look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 accounts on the same server because of the mergers. That was not on purpose. That was because I had that many different accounts on servers that were close to each other, and then those servers got merged. Okay, so back to this event. You can move to this new server. Now you see I already have one here because I already did this. It's server 1583. I am assuming that's the only server that's going to be going for this event, but I don't know. But this is the server it gave me. It was my only option. You see, it's called Comeback Server List. I don't know if there's going to be more added. I don't know if you can create more than one. I know that you can only create one per server, and this is the only server that they're giving me. Okay. So what is going to happen if we click on this right now? If you do this and you click go to the new server and you click on this to join the new server, okay, you're going to be sent via mail every day for 7 days. This is your in-game mail, not like your email or anything like that. Your in-game mail. You're going to get rebate rewards according to your total top up. You're going to get those rewards on the new server. Okay. And it's going to be based on how much you've spent. And it shows you right here how much you've spent. Now on this server, and this is and I did this for a reason because I want to show you guys. This is server specific. And as best I can tell, it's going to go by the server that you join the event from. For most people, it probably won't matter. But if you've created accounts on multiple different servers, make sure you use the account that you have spent the most money on. Okay? Because you're going to get rewards based on how much you've spent. See, this one I've spent 0, so I don't qualify for any of it. But if I spent at least 99 cents every day for 7 days, I'm going to get 150 diamonds, 5 hours of gold, and 1 bouquet. And as you can see here, it goes all the way down to 3,000. If you have spent $3,000 or more and you switch to a new server, over 7 days, or every day for 7 days, you're going to get 10 bouquets, 50 hours of gold, and 60,000 diamonds. Let me say that again. Every day you're going to get 10 bouquets. So that's a total of 70 bouquets. You're going to get 50 hours of gold. So there's 24 hours in a day, right? 24 times 2 is 48. So that's 2 days and 2 hours you're going to get. And you're going to get that 7 times. So you're going to get 14 days and 14 hours worth of gold. And you're going to get 420,000 diamonds if you have spent $3,000 or more on a single server. And so let me show you what I'm talking about. Because if I jump off of this server, we all know that I've spent some money on this game. The scary thing is now I can see how much money I've spent on each server and stuff like that, which is probably also it's probably a good thing and a bad thing, but it's probably a good thing to keep track of how much you're spending. haven't in the past. But so if I go into this event on this server, which is a different server, and I go over here and look, you can see here I spent $34.97. Okay, that was probably the challenge fund and something else that was $15. Okay, therefore, instead of the 99-cent one, I qualify for the $10 one if I were to do it from this account. So 2, 8, and 500 diamonds every day for 7 days. Okay, so I am pointing that out to you to make sure if you have done multiple accounts. Now, I doubt anybody has as many as I have, because this is just ludicrous, and this is content creator stuff, doing content creator stuff and testing different stuff. That's what this is. I don't expect anybody's this bad, but if you've done 2 or 3 servers and you spent money, make sure you check and you join from the one that has spent the most, because luckily when I joined from my main account and I joined this one, it shows me on this one what my top up total is, and that matches my main account total. It's not an accumulation of all of the different servers I've spent money on. Okay, so make sure you choose the one that you've spent the most money on so you can get the most rewards. But this event is serious, depending on how much money you've spent. If you've only spent $10, it's not that big of a deal, right? But if you have spent a good chunk of money, you're going to get a good chunk of stuff to play around with. And like I said, even if that means you come back for a couple days and you blow all of your diamonds on summons, hey. But if you've been away for a while, like I have, about 8 months, and you've put a significant amount of time and money into this game like I have, you can come back and you can join up on this new server and essentially get a free paid account. Okay? And you'll still be able to access your old account. This is my old account right here. I can still go into this account. This is the account that I transferred from. I can still go into this, access my champions. Everybody, I'm sure from my videos before, remembers the Bloodcraft champion that I made that was a monster back then. It's probably not a monster anymore, but it was a monster back then that I destroyed my female Devala for. Okay. So this is my account, right? This is my main account. And so I can still access it. I can still play on it, but I can also go to this other account right here through that event and get all those rewards for 7 days and then have a new start. And that's something I wanted to do. And this event is amazing for me for me personally, because I wanted to start a new account and I really don't want to spend that money again. So I was going to make a free to play account just to kind of get back into it and stuff. But then I saw this event and I was like, oh, everybody needs to know about this. I don't know if anybody knows about this. I don't know when it comes to Bloodline at this point, I am completely oblivious. So I don't know who the content creators are anymore. I don't know if anybody has touched on this, talked about this. I don't know if this was publicized in the game. I don't know. But that's a pretty big event. It's a pretty cool event. So if you haven't played a while, or you don't have to be a returning player to take advantage of that. If you're, playing your account down here on server 115, and you're like, yeah, I'm kind of ready for a fresh start. This has got kind of boring or whatever. You can do that event. And I'm guessing it's going to put you on this server. If you do end up doing this, if you do end up coming back, let me know in the comments. If you do end up on my server, let me know in the comments or hit me up on Discord. If anybody on 1583 is going to put together like a serious guild, let me know. I don't want to put together a guild. I don't want to run it because I am not making any promises. I'm sticking around. We're going to see where it goes. And I'm going to take the free resources they're going to give me and I'll play around with it. Okay. And we'll see where it goes. But that is some, Obviously, how good of an event this is going to depend on how much you have spent. But like if you've spent $1,000 or more, which at one point I thought was a ludicrous amount of money to spend on the game, but the more and more time I spent with these gacha games, the more and more I realized how much money people spend on them. If you spent $1,000, if you cross that $1,000 threshold, you're going to get 30,000 diamonds every single day. Well, do you all remember the challenge fund back when I played? The challenge fund was your best buy. $19.99 gave you 38,000 diamonds. If you spent over $1,000 on your account on that server, you're going to almost get a challenge fund every day. Right? If you spent $2,000, you're going to get more than a challenge fund. You're getting 40,000. Or was it 42? I don't know. I don't remember. Bear with me. BlueStacks doesn't like 45. So you can get like almost a challenge fund and a half every day for 7 days. If you hit the big one, you're getting 60,000 diamonds every day for 7 days. You don't have to spend anything. You don't have to spend anything else. They're giving you these rewards for free because of what you've already spent in the game. Everybody knows I've had my fair share of difficulties with Bloodline GOAT games and their greed. Well, this is phenomenal. The fact that it's not like you have to buy this, it's not some type of top-up rebate pass that you spend $35 and we'll give you. No, this is based on what you've already spent and you're getting the money. Or you're getting the money. I'm sorry. You're getting the resources without spending anything else. You can go. So here's my question. I want to know from you guys down in the comments. If somebody spent, look at this. Look at some of these. So if you did 500, you're getting 20,000 every day. If you spent 300, which in a gacha game honestly doesn't seem like that much anymore. 10,000 diamonds. That's 70,000 diamonds total you're going to get. That's 2 challenge funds. Okay. All right. Even if you only spent something like $50, you're getting 1,500 every day for 7 days. Right? That's 10,000 diamonds. So this, if you've watched my videos, you know how I am. I have always called out Bloodline, but I've always tried to give them their flowers when I think they deserve them. This is one of the coolest things I've seen from a game that offers microtransactions. Let's just put it that way. And again, it's going to be cooler to some people than it is other people. Like on this account, you have not yet top up to receive rebates. Like I haven't spent anything on this particular server. So if this was all I had done, if you've been a free-to-play player the entire time, this event's meaningless to you. But if you've spent money, it's pretty cool. So if you end up on the new server, hit me up on Discord or in-game or comment on the video. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you're thinking about coming back, checking it out, popping in. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. I'm Belligerent. Peace.